Hi everyone, I'm Jackson Kipchirchir Machii from Technical University of Kenya, presenting a paper on the title Towards a Strategic Application of IoT and Big Data for African Societal Solution. The adoption of new technological innovations is steering African economic growth. In addition, the evolution of IoT and Big Data is playing a significant role in Africa. Besides, Africa is experiencing a challenge on how to fully exploit these technologies and analytics. We can enable optimizations and changes in processes. Therefore, this study sought to find out the deployment areas of IoT, significant opportunities, the challenges posed, and how Africa can strategically exploit the full potential of IoT and Big Data. The objectives that guided the study includes the following. Roman 1, to assess the technologies supported by IoT and Big Data. Roman 2, to establish the extent of IoT and Big Data adoptions and applications. And finally, to investigate the challenges, strategies, and economic benefits of IoT and Big Data. The study dealt with IoT and Big Data and critically analyzed various literature. The paper used desktop search, and the sources search included scientific research, journals, conference proceedings, reports, and academic journals. Searches from online sources included Google and Semantic Scholar and were guided by the following keywords: IoT, Big Data, and Africa. The study identified the following typical application areas of IoT and Big Data. Health sector. These include tracking of mobile doctors and patients' locations, body temperature, heartbeat, pressure, diabetes, and other chronic disease management, age-delicate surgeries, and so on. The pandemic detections and avoidance. Big Data is able to trace and evaluate epidemic information such as Zika, Ebola, COVID-19, malaria, and so on. Smart agribusiness. It helps in detection of soil moisture, climatic predictors, humidity, irrigation timing, crop disease, and pest monitoring. Smart transportations. It helps in the design and deployment of transport systems such as smart traffic lights. Firefighting. The applications of IoT involves constructions, monitoring, logistics, and supervising of firefighting facilities. Green waste disposal management. Minimize carbon emissions, pollutions, and improves the energy proficiency through monitoring and tracking. Smart homes. It allows smart connections to appliances at home. The study noted that IoT enables African countries to minimize cost, high profits, monitoring, management of smart water usage, leak detections, and conservation. Also, the adoption of IoT in Africa enhances investments in development areas such as software, infrastructure, smart cities, applications, and services. For instance, the IoT can be used to inhibit the cattle rustling among the pastoralists in African communities by identifying animals using the RFID reader when crossing. Also, the commercial deployments of drones in Africa has enabled the prevention of rhino and elephant poaching, efficient deliveries of Domino's pizzas, flowers and beers at Valentine's or festivals in Africa. The internet has enabled many devices to be interconnected, thus facilitating rich accessibility of valuable information paramount for decision making. The adoption of disruptive IoT aims to create safety, convenience, cost efficiency in domain areas as smart energy grid, health, home, transport, and so on. Additionally, African countries need to leverage the potential of IoT in enhancing the quality management of environmental assets, resource usage, climatic conditions, change management, risk assessment, economic maximization, and social importance. Smart farms significantly benefit from insights generated from various big data analytics technologies such as retrospective, predictive, and prescriptive analytics. To process information and insights can help Africa to manage risk, improve customer services, provide competitive advantage, resource optimization, and better strategic decision making. Despite immense novel opportunities and application of IoT, there are issues that are faced. These include business challenge. Any successful e-commerce encompasses a business model that is rigorous and concrete. These are not the case in most developing countries. Society challenge. The society challenge comes in as a result of a deficiency in implementing IoT based on circulators or customer needs and requirements. The technology or architectural challenge. These are challenges that hinder the functionality of IoT systems. Security. The increase in security vulnerabilities, threats, and attacks it raises approaches in Africa in both private and public firms and agencies. Cost of hardware and services. This hinders affordability and accessibility by most upcoming SMEs. Connectivity. The scalability as a result of an increased number of IoT devices to the network and the amount of data stream to cloud servers is posing a huge cost investment in order to sustain the mass data exchange among interconnected smart devices. Data mining and intelligent analysis. The cognitive models and technologies for insight extraction is paramount but undermined by the rigidity of the legacy systems. Hence, the inability of real-time management and inaccurate analysis, resulting in a reluctance in adoption and implementation of novel technologies. Compatibility. Due to heterogeneous technologies required to connect to suitable devices, necessitate additional software and hardware due to incompatibilities and complexity. The regulatory standards challenge. There is lack of regulatory standards to be used, especially by the data brokers and companies selling various data collected. Privacy challenge. There is lack of trust in individual information since it might be accessed by the third party without consent, thus violating privacy. The study identifies key strategies that the African societies can implement in order to exploit the potential of IoT and big data for sustainable development. These include the development strategy. This is innovation stimulations through the financial support for small applications and services. Private and public sectors innovation promotion strategy.
African industries need sensitizations for adoption of digitization solutions and transformations, research and innovation strategy. Embassies for Africa research empowerment for policies, practical solutions, innovations, and technologies development. Evaluations and assessments of existing policies strategy. There is need for Africa to review, analyze gaps, and adopt only supportive policies that nurture innovations. Global technical standard promotion strategy. Africa needs to adopt global standards for diversity requirements and applications of technologies. Building the trust strategy. There is need for Africa to address security and privacy issues. Data strategy. Africa needs to optimize available rich data for strategic value through analytics.
The study concludes that extensive advances of adoptions of intelligent IoT enablers facilitate better quality life, optimize energy consumption, pollution, and emissions reductions. The connection of IoT devices by anyone, anywhere, anyhow, and anytime has revolutionized Africa in various sectors, socially and economically. For instance, tourism, education, transport, healthcare, industry, agriculture, forestry, waste management, and aquaculture. Quality analytics, processing, visualizations enable suitable strategic prediction as well as enabling actions for intelligent and informed decisions making for various stakeholders. To fully exploit the potential of IoT and overcome challenges arising in most African countries, this study recommends that governments should support and offer a conducive environment for digital innovations and development. These governments need to include the provisions of better policies, regulations, support, and infrastructure necessary to propagate novel innovations.